never really seen him.
I like that referee. I like him.
But yeah, right now he might be my favorite referee. Actually, and my man Kenny. Like those two right now are my two favorite referees. Yeah, because I'm glad he gave him a chance to get up and continue fighting.
Right.
And I felt like that he would have stopped the fight if he seen that he was unable to defend himself.
That's because the caliber of this fight. Yo, listen, I'm not saying that he was depleted, like Tyson Fury had nothing in him, and he obviously proved it when he did stand up, and the referee made him fight. He got some good clean shots in and backed Wilder up once again. But it's just how it happened. Like, I don't think not one person on planet Earth could be mad if that referee said fight over.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been mad. I wouldn't have been mad at all.
I couldn't find
if they
too
would
many
have
people.
If he would have called that a knockout for Wilder, I would have understood it, and I would have been like, "Yo, good shit."
Right. So with that being said, if we talking about classical boxing that we've grown to love and like, it just bring me back to this is the best decision ever. I like the decision. Two warriors just fought, poured it all on the line. I thought at one point, if anybody I thought was like a little discouraged, I would have said Deontay Wilder. That's why I say I give him heart, because he showed that I'm still a champion. In this 12th round, I'm gonna
he didn't give up.
Perform.
Yeah.
Right.
He didn't give up. He could have easily just sealed it in and gave up that fight, even though he known that he's down. But he went in there with the mentality, yo, I got to get this dude out of here. I'm going to do so. And damn sure almost did it.
Right. And I like to look at it as if Tyson Fury, if Deontay Wilder wouldn't have got that knockdown in the 12th round, Tyson Fury would have won that fight hands down. But if Deontay Wilder did exactly what he did do and the ref stopped the fight, I think he, like I said, well deserved. And these fighters once again performed, gave us a boxing
hell of a
show.
fight.
Oh my goodness,
hell of a fight. The best fight I've seen in a long time.
My biggest thing, and that I love, and it actually gave me goosebumps, is when Tyson Fury said, "We still got a chicken out there." Yo, I like. Tyson Fury called him out too. Deontay Wilder called him out too. I love that. You got two men in here. Like I said, this storyline is beyond amazing. It's like
it's deeper than what it was.
Right.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's deeper than just a boxing match.
Man.
And the night, like everything that like Tyson Fury has overcome for him to go over, like overcome depression, overcome suicide attempts, overcome alcoholism, overcome drug addiction, gain 400 pounds. Lose all the weight, come back and able to put on a performance like he did. That was the most impressive aspect of this fight to me.
Yeah, that's amazing. And not only that, like going into this fight, they sold the fight. Yeah, they sold the fight well.
Yeah, it's very entertaining. It was very entertaining leading up to the fight.
Two amazing gentlemen. In there,
and they have like legitimate respect. Like I told my girl, like when they was after the post fight interview, I was like, yo, they probably about to go have dinner together.
Man, listen, I know they're going to have dinner. Listen,
they probably went to go have dinner with their wives.
When Tyson Fury hit him with the in the interview, I mean the after interview, no, it wasn't the press conference. It was the post fight conference. Yeah. When he said, "Good job, D," he called him D.
Right, exactly.
Man, that's my man.
Yeah, they cool. They legit fuck with each other.
Yeah, we got to fight, but D, man. I holler at you later.
Right, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
we don't talk about this.
Like we sold the fight, but there's no animosity between us, man.
None. And I knew that coming in. If Deontay Wilder would have lost, I knew he would have been a gentleman about it.
Right.
If Tyson Fury would have lost, he would have been a gentleman.
Yeah, they was both humble about it.
Yep. Because I seen an interview with Tyson Fury. Like, man, Tyson Fury gained so much of my respect. He said in the interview, if I can't beat a man with chicken legs and only have one dynamic to his game, which is that big right. He called a man out. He called him out on his game plan, all that. Know what he was coming with, and still had enough in the tank to do what he did. Tyson Fury, shout out to Tyson Fury. Shout out to Deontay Wilder for sticking to that game plan. Like, you never gave up. You had one game plan. Game plan A was to get the knockdown, get the knockout, and you accomplished that. And I shout out to Deontay Wilder.
Real quick, I do want to touch on a couple other points. I have a couple of the notes. Tyson Fury trainer. So watching the
I'm
All
glad
Access.
you said that.
Yeah, Tyson Fury trainer. He hired a young 26-year-old unknown trainer in Ben Davison, and he did a wonderful job getting Tyson Fury prepared for this fight. He came in with a great game plan. He got him in excellent shape, and Ben Davison, Tyson Fury, like I said, I was watching listen to the Joe Rogan podcast, and he said, this kid got it, man. I had to change it up a little bit. I went with the young kid, and I believe in him, and I can see why.
Not only that, man, Tyson Fury's a genius. A month before his fight, he brought in Freddie Roach.
Yeah, that's the other thing I want to touch on as well. He had Freddie Roach in his corner, too.
Freddie Roach had an interview saying that when they would start doing the mitts and he had started working with him, his original trainer would do a session with him, and then Freddie Roach would come in and do a session with him, and then from that day forward, they will alternate like that.
Right. And that's another thing.
That was amazing.
I felt like Freddie Roach was definitely, because even Ben Davison said, he said, it's excellent having Freddie in my corner. I'm able to pick up tips from one of the greatest trainers of all time, but he knows his boundaries. Like I'm the trainer. You're just there to mentor me pretty much. Yep. And he let him do what he had to do. Shout
out to a legendary boxing coach, Freddie Roach, and performing the way he did,
Right.
He even said, like, I'm not the main guy in Tyson Fury camp.
Right.
I would like to be, but I'm not him. I take back my voice to be secondary.
Right.
I'll put my input in, and hopefully everything will come forward. But
I'm here to be basically a source.
Right. But Freddie Roach gave his opinion of, he said, nobody underestimate Tyson Fury. Yeah. I've seen this dude, and Tyson Fury can move, work, and besides Deontay having that big right hand, Tyson Fury can pull this out. Shout out to Freddie Roach for that too, because Freddie Roach is one of those trainers that he don't miss too much. Like if you do something well, if you known for doing something well, he know how you match up towards people.
Right.
And Freddie Roach do that good.
Yeah, I agree.
And for Tyson Fury, that was a chess move for Tyson Fury.
Right, yeah. And
a chess move.
Bringing in one of the greatest trainers of all time, that was an excellent decision, and it definitely paid dividends, and you could tell. And then also, my last point here, I do want to give kudos to that referee, man. I thought the referee called it perfect. I'm so glad. Like you said, if he would have called it a knockout in that 12th round, I wouldn't have been mad, but I'm so happy that he didn't. I'm glad he is let Tyson, he gave him a fair count in my opinion. He let him get back to his feet. He let him continue to fight to see if he still had it, and sure enough, Tyson still had it.
Definitely. And
let the fight continue on. Like, kudos to that referee. I think he should get more credit than what the people are trying to give him.
Yeah, when it's all said and done, the referee did perform pretty well. He did.
And shout out to that last judge too. I thought he nailed it. 113.
113.
Yeah, they definitely nailed it.
Man, like I said though, boxing needed this type of decision.
I agree. Yeah, listen.
They needed this type of decision.
I can't wait for part 2.
About part 2. I think each one of them should have one more fight before they fight again.
I disagree. I want them to fight.
It was that great.
I don't want it to be immediately, but like I think the next fight should happen May. I think the next fight should happen in May.
Yeah, but I don't know. For the division, I don't know if it'll help. Like, being that Anthony Joshua still has those 3 belts. Like, you got this dude running around claiming he the best, and he's sitting back telling these 2 great legends to fight each other. Only thing that's going to do for Anthony Joshua is tarnish his legacy a little bit if he decide to duck both these guys. If not,
that's the thing with Joshua right now. The only people that's checking for Joshua is in the UK. Like, that's his following. He got basically all of fucking Great Britain in the UK.
I can't say that. He got a large fan base in the United States. More than
I really don't hear it.
More than what people think he do. I do.
I'm gonna take your word for it, but I really don't hear it. Like, anytime I hear somebody talk about Joshua stateside, like, they bashing him because he's dodging all these.
No. I get that aspect, but what I'm saying is, not saying that people may like him better, but they know of him. He got a fan base. I'm talking about a fan base, whether they like him or dislike him.
They're tuning into his fights, you're saying. Right. I understand that. I feel like it's like the Mayweather effect, where you may not like him, but you're tuning into the fight to see him lose.
Right.
I can see that with Joshua as well.
Yeah, I think out of all 3 of these guys, Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder, and Joshua, I think Joshua just got the biggest buzz naturally. I don't know why.
I'm telling you, it's that UK shit, man. Yeah. He owns the UK.
And then after this, I can say, Anthony Joshua better do something and make up his mind on whether he want to jump in this action and get in this 3-weight grudge match. Because if not, man, they gonna mark his ass off in history. Like as far as that
right
chicken that
and
Tyson Fury.
And to me, right now, Joshua, like I said, I don't blame Joshua. I blame his camp. I feel like that they're protecting the fighter and they don't want to fuck up the money, which I get. They don't want him to fight because I don't know. Well, I'm gonna get your opinion on it. I feel like if he fights either one of those two, I feel like he loses.
He loses, definitely.
Yeah, and I feel like his camp knows that.
I said that
and I
before.
feel like once he does lose that you lose the mystique, you lose the money, you lose the promoting, everything about it. So why put your fighter in that predicament if you don't have to?
You fall by the wayside at that point, especially doing all this talking, saying what you can do, what you capable of.
And you posting like the Instagram photos and Twitter shit. Yeah. You talking shit on Twitter. First of all, like I don't give a fuck what Anthony Joshua has to say. Like I'm not checking for you. Like this is the fight to me. Like when
was the fight
when Fury and Wilder was on First Take and they said, "Yo, you got the lineal champ against the world heavyweight champ. I wanted to come back to fight the best." Like this is the heavyweight fight that needed to be made, and I'm glad it was. Like,
shout out to Tyson Fury for taking the fight immediately. He had two warm up fights, and
they want to do a total of 5.
Yeah, right. Listen, I think the 2 dudes that he did fought, I went back and watched those fights. The 2 dudes that Tyson Fury fought, I think Deontay Wilder could have got them dudes out in the first round.
I agree.
But Tyson Fury, I feel like it was more so he used that as a real tune-up fight.
Yeah, those are like sparring matches.
Right, and said that, I'm just going to get in here, get my feet wet, and then
I'll be comfortable with the crowd and whatnot.
Yeah, he still feel like, and he got that heart. Like you said, once again, this plays for the favor of his heart. It shows and display how his heart is because he just took those little 2 fights, walked around those 2 dudes, and was like, yo, give me the champ. The champ, I'm ready for him.
Yeah,
and he was ready.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, man, I can't wait for part 2, man. I'm definitely looking forward to part 2. I hope they do it like the next fight. Like I hope they do it like they did Canelo and Triple G, where they did the draw and then they did the next fight. It took like a couple of months afterwards.
Yeah, about 9 months.
Yeah, so I want to see that like same type. I'd like to see it in May, like take over that Mayweather spot. Mayweather used to fight like Cinco de Mayo weekend,
right?
So I'd like to see that happen and have this be it. But I'm definitely looking forward to it, man. Yeah, I want to go ahead and wrap this up. Any last thoughts on the fight?
Nope. I just want to say the fight lived up to my expectations, and it was an amazing fight. It was for those people that say they're boxing fans. Like I said before, this was a fight to get us back on the horse. To say that boxing is back, boxing is alive, especially for the heavyweight division.
Especially for the heavyweight division. That's the thing.
Shout out to both these dudes, man. They performed.
This fight definitely brought back the heavyweight division. What's been, like you said, like people didn't know, like Wilder said, people didn't know who the fucking champ was until he took it for the last decade. And now we know, like the heavyweight division is here. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what else these guys have to produce. I'm looking forward to part 2. Man, excellent fight. Kudos to both Wilder and Fury. Part 2 hopefully happens, and looking forward to it. But yo, man, I do appreciate you coming back, discussing the fight with me. Definitely want to watch the fight with you again, so that way we could discuss this, and then we'll go ahead and touch base on this again. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, definitely. Thank you for having me once again.
All right. Well, yo, listen to everybody. Thanks for tuning in again to this review episode of the Wilder and Fury fight. And thank you for listening to the Sports Your Enthusiasm podcast. We're going to end it on this note. You guys take care.